Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Yasmin. I'm a gardener growing in Zone 8A on an urban homestead. So today I'm going to be starting seeds. I'm going to show you how I start my seeds. I'm going to show you some affordable ways to start seeds at home from things you can find around the house. And we're also just going to talk about seeds that we can get started for this spring. So let's get started. Okay, so what you're going to need are seed cells. You can find these at Target, Lowe's, Home Depot. They're pretty affordable. But if you don't have these and it's your first time gardening or you're a beginner, it is completely okay to use egg cartons or toilet paper rolls to start your seeds. And these are honestly a good alternative because they're biodegradable and you won't have to worry about any transplant shock when trying to take your seedlings out of these cells. You're also going to need some seed starting mix. This is the brand that I like. It's affordable, it's organic, and I've just had good experiences with it. But if you have any other recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I do it. This is my gardening pot. I use this for gardening only. You're going to want to use boiling water. The steam specifically, it sanitizes the soil. You don't want any bacteria, fungus that is lingering in your soil to harm your vulnerable seedling. Go ahead and mix in your soil. I would start with a 50-50 ratio and then gradually add more as needed. And then you're gonna mix it in really well. You want the consistency to be like a wrung out sponge. You want all the soil to be moist. Don't leave any parts of it dry, but you also don't want it to be soggy. So I've had experiences with this soil becoming hydrophobic, which means if you spray it, the water won't always absorb if you don't do this step properly. So really make sure that your soil is all moist. I'm just going to carefully place it in the cells. I don't compact it, I don't push it down. You don't want your roots to be bound. You want them to be able to freely move through your soil. So this is like how mine looks. I'm just gonna gently press it in. And there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to start seedlings if you don't have seed cells. You can get your toilet paper roll or your paper towel roll. Just cut it into around this size. You're gonna make around 4 slits. You're gonna push them in one at a time so that they're overlapping each other. And then I kind of tuck it in a little bit. It's okay to have a little bit of gap. That's good for a drainage hole. And then you're just gonna fill it up the exact same way that you filled your cell. Like I said, don't push it in too much. Just gently set it in and lightly pat. It's okay if it's wet, it'll dry up. So this is what your seedling cell should look like. So the last way that I'm going to show you how you can start seeds is the egg carton method. You're basically just gonna want to cut or tear out as many cells as you need. You're gonna poke a few holes at the bottom for drainage and just fill it up the exact same way. good to go. So time for the exciting part. I'm going to be sharing with you all of the seeds you can start right now if your frost date is April 5th through the 10th. Some of these things I have direct sown outside already, and some of them I'm going to be starting indoors right now. Okay. So the first seeds that I'm gonna go over are snow peas. I actually just got done sowing some outside. These are supposed to be direct sown. Any beans or peas or any larger seeds are for direct sowing. My last frost date is April 10th. It will tell you on the back when to start it. Next thing that I'm going to be growing is cabbage. If you saw my previous video, you know that I am currently growing cabbage, but unfortunately my rabbit keeps sneaking up front and eating it. So I'm going to start over in the higher raised beds. This is the Danish ballhead cabbage. It is ready in 90 to 100 days. So that's a little bit long of a grow time, but I want to try again, and I like cabbage. I would just be aware that cabbage is a heavy feeder. You would need to fertilize and water a lot. So if you're looking for a low maintenance vegetable, this probably isn't it right now. So let's continue. So carrots, this is a root crop. If you saw my previous video, I am growing these as well. I love carrots. I know why my carrots turned out pretty small. I wasn't aware what my soil level actually was because I did the hugelkultur method, which is pretty much when building a raised bed, you add sticks, leaves, logs, whatever you can find that is gonna degrade any organic matter. But carrots need a lot of soil to get the length width that you want it to be. So I'm going to try again in a deeper raised bed, and I'm going to expect better results, but the ones I had tasted good. We are going to try again with the tender sweet variety. Turnips, I think I went over these, but again, these are a root crop. These are going to be great for right now while it's cold. All of these get really sweet when it's cold out, and they're going to be great companion plants next to greens, brassicas, because they're going to add nutrients to the soil, and they're actually going to help create air pockets in the soil. The next thing we're going to be starting indoors is sweet pepper. We are going to be starting all peppers indoor, like I said, and this will be my first time growing peppers. So yeah, these are going to be started under the grow lights. I'm going to share with you what grow lights I use just in case you want to get indoor sowing started. And then lettuce, summer bib, butter crunch, all the lettuce that I can fit around my main crops, I'm going to grow. Lettuce is great for the rabbits, lettuce is great for salads. Lettuce grows so easily and it grows so well when it is cold outside. So if you want to just try anything, I would say start with lettuce. I started with lettuce, and that's what just inspired a heart and a passion for gardening. So the next seed I will be starting is broccoli. I actually haven't grown broccoli yet either. I'm excited to start this. I know I will have to take extra precautions with this as well because this is gonna take a little bit longer to grow, but I'm actually excited. So Brussels sprouts, I cannot grow these right now. If your frost date is a little bit further back, then you can do it. I'm only sharing because I was just on the cusp of being able to start these. I should have started these indoors a few weeks earlier, but I will be starting next year. And then spinach. I have yet to grow spinach. This will be my first time. I have heard good things about this variety. It gets pretty big. It is the Giant Noble, and it doesn't take too long to harvest, 40 to 50 days. So it should be ready before we get serious for the spring crops. And last but not least, some more Georgia Southern collard greens will be going into my garden. I lost a lot of plants to my rabbit and I love collard greens. I'm so excited to have so much more this spring again. So that concludes today's video. I just want to quickly reiterate that almost all of these can be direct sown outside right now. I would just wait a little bit closer to February if you feel like it's been really cold and you're experiencing really big drops in the temperature. But the only things that you're going to keep inside are the peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers. Yeah, and I'm going to update you as we get closer to February what I'm going to be starting for summer, because that's coming up really soon. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm sorry if it was boring. I will take any feedback as I continue to grow my channel and grow as a gardener. So I thank you so much. Have a blessed day.